Hey everybody, thought I would film a quick little update as I walk through the city where I live here in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. The ghost town full of warm bodies, pretty much is how the way I put it. We're all just kind of silently enduring hell on earth in the bizarro world where nobody's the same. They're weird and ratchet on the low, and nobody really has good intentions that I can perceive. But just wanted to film this. I'm gonna be a little bit out of breath because I'm walking. It's hot. But I just wanted to film this just to remind people that if you're like me, if you're an intelligent, high vibration person, this world that we live in is not set up for you. We're going to have to think creatively to get through this type of thing, because to be a good person in this society that admonishes truth, it's just a difficult thing. If you stand for something good, noble, and pure, then you're going to be cast away. The general public, by and large, is weak, manipulated, morally bankrupt, and always has been. This has just been a test of the universe that many people are failing, accepting mark of the beast. That's literally what's happening here. This is biblical prophecy coming to fruition. This day and time in which we live is quite wicked and evil. And it almost seems as if, at least leading up until where we're at now, that to get by in the world means you step on the backs of other people. I'm not like that. And people who are intelligent, sentient, high vibration are not like that either. We're not willing to step on the backs of other people to get ahead. And that's why this society of ours is doomed to fail. It just stands to reason that it's going to take a much larger break in society before we begin to see spiritual breakthroughs actually manifest in the real world. So I would say if you're like me, just keep plugging along, accept that you're going to be droned out, miserable, bored, and the people around you are not going to bring you peace and comfort. But that's not the point. You got to find peace and comfort from within and accept that you're reaching your own standards, and don't let anybody else sway you from your beliefs, because the world is set up to not agree with you. It is set up to confuse you, to befuddle you, to make you feel less than. So don't allow that shit to happen to you. Just be an army of one like I am. That's what I'm doing, because everybody around me is the complete opposite of me. I'm different than them, and that's okay. But I just hope they heed my warning that the way society is going, we're all going to experience losses and detriments that will wake us up, but the level of disconnect in society has never been lower than it is right now. Interconnectedness has never been lower, and it almost seems as if the evil in the world is attracting itself to people who are maybe morally ambiguous to begin with, and it's turning them into evil, soulless heathens and pieces of shit that I quite literally just can't be around. So I'm not. I would just assume no company's better than the wrong company. But just felt the need to film this, and I just don't really care if anybody around me hears me, because I'll be honest, I'm surrounded by bots, clones, and people that are not at the helm. They can't respond to anything truthful or relevant. The world is just more or less consisting of superfluous, meaningless bullshit or gaslighting. I'm sure other people like me have noticed this trend within people. It's like the more truth that we present, the less that we are received. So don't take it personally if the world doesn't understand you. The world is bullshit right now. And I think the world's not really going to change for the better. It's just going to learn its lesson far too late. So be yourself and fuck the norm. Do something more courageous. And if you're able to get out of your discomfort zone, away from these soulless motherfuckers who are trying to orchestrate problems for people like me and you, then do it. Get out of Dodge and don't look back. And fuck the city of Winston-Salem. That's all I got to say about everybody I've ever met here who got hoovered into this cult of gang stalking and early monitoring people. It's fuck you and the Masonic Temple here in Winston-Salem. You can all eat a dick. Fuck off and die.